Hello everyone and welcome back to Age of Mythology Divine Edition. Today we are going to be doing a deep dive into Azathoth. Azathoth's main bonuses are focused on favor and voices. With Azathoth, all forms of favor except for the ritual circle sacrifice will produce more favor. In addition, you get one more voice on top of whatever normal build limit you have, and voices do more damage to myth units. Azathoth's god power is Schism. Schism creates a ring that prevents units from moving through it. If you target it directly on a unit, you can also sort of trap it in there, but that's hard to do and not particularly useful. The main use of this god power is to trap enemy units, protect your units, or some combination of both. So if, for example, if you are raiding enemy villages, and they are, say, working over here, you can have your army come in, entrap them, and kill them all. If you have archers, you can do something very similar to the opposite, so you can then put a big circle around your archers, and now enemy melee units can no longer come in and kill them. You can protect your own villages with this. You can set up combos with other god powers with this, where you trap an enemy army and then use a god power on it. Or you can simply just annoy your enemy by constantly encircling and trapping their units. Divine Intervention uses have the cooldown? No, they don't. All Eldritch God powers do have a cooldown. Let me quickly build a temple to show you this. As you can see, Schism trains relatively quickly. You can get multiple charges quite fast. There we are. See? That's the cooldown. Just to make it more obvious, I'm going to use it again. There we are. So it can be spammed pretty quickly, but not instantaneously. Other god powers, of course, have far longer delays. The Cultist of Azathoth can, if you have enough resources, turn into something similar to a Plenty Vault. It will gain back your investment, and significantly more than your investment. However, it only has 10 HP and no armor, meaning that it is extremely easy to destroy, and because you invested so many resources into this, it is generally beneficial for the enemy to destroy it if at all possible. It can, in some cases, be better to build these in unusual locations, like the corner of the map, just to make sure that no enemy raids in your hometown center come in and snipe the Dream of Plenty. The voice of Azathoth, I'm now going to use the cheat code, is simply a strong voice. If you compare it to other Archaic Age voices, it is tankier, buffer, in every way. Now let us advance to the Heroic Age. Azathoth's main technology is the Black Man's Blessing, referring to an avatar of Nyarlathotep, the servant of Azathoth. This improves the attack and hit points of all voices, but also increases the training time. As you can see, it increased the damage and increased the hit points. Just to make sure it builds as a Tainted Town Center. Of course, each god, and I showed this in the Eldritch Deep Dive, but each god has a unique technology at a Tainted Town Centers, and Azathoth's is Dreamland Village, which renders all of your dreams far buffer and far tankier. If you build the max limit of 20 beforehand and then research that technology, you can get 40 dreams. which would be 40 times 400 HP's worth of tanking potential. So I can just send this into the enemy base, and it'll last for some time. Finally, Azathoth has a ritual in the Mythic Age. The ritual being the Ritual of the Void. So because this is a Azathoth ritual, you need cultists of Azathoth to build it. So let's send them down here. Since one of the things that Dreams do the best with that technology is tank damage and protect other units from taking damage, this is a good time to send in our cultists of Azathoth to create the ritual. Since rituals, as I mentioned in the Eldritch Deep Dive, are easy to destroy if the opponent catches them and actually focuses on them. You can see the dreams are taking quite some time to die. So with a cheat code, we don't really need to worry about using the ritual or not. The Ritual of the Void is, as you can tell, very, very similar to Implosion. The main differences being that it is neutral, and that it just sucks in units and then vanishes. It also has no damage cap, so it dealt around 200 damage to Dreams, and it'll do around 200 damage to everything, so it'll one-hit kill Slingers. It dealt only about 100 damage to the Sphinx, probably due to high hack and crush armor. And it'll kill a priest. This god power is particularly useful for casting behind an enemy, or by using it by the villagers to encircle a whole bunch of villagers, trap them, and kill most of them. This ritual is great at mass killing villagers. Not sure if it's broken or not, because the AI is extremely bad at dealing with this kind of ritual behavior, because they'll just watch it happen and then walk units directly into it. So it's difficult to tell how useful this would be in competitive play against other actual humans. Anyways, that is Azathoth.